Welcome to the Team Aster podcast. I'm here with Juice and Vortex. We're going to go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead, Juice.
Hi, I'm Juice, and yeah, Vortex.
My name is Vortex, and I'm the Chief Operations Officer.
All right. Are we going to talk about how awkward Juice just like do be natural, be yourself. Let's see the legend Juice. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, hey guys, I'm Legend Juice. You know me from YouTube. You know me from being a co-owner alongside my boy John Fatal here and a couple others, Fire, Thunder. Who else we got? Smiley,
Smiley.
yeah,
We can't forget Smiley,
and
man.
Vortex here. So yeah, this is fun. Let's start. Let's get into the juicy stuff.
Pun intended.
No pun intended. Let's get into the
No
juicy
pun
stuff.
intended.
All right. So, what was the thought behind Team Aster? That's like our number one question. Like, why leave DYG for T? Why? Why did we leave DYG?
Well, I mean, DYG dead work. the D right there. I mean, a lot of people have been asking that, so we finally can answer that, I guess, in a solid, professional manner. And
They did.
yeah, basically, it's just they did.
There was a lot of
growth. Yeah, there was really no growth for us. There was no benefits from doing that. So we thought, let's make this brand new idea, brand new org, and yeah, I mean,
we have more freedom to do what we want. Me, Juice, and Fire, and Thunder, and Smiley. Even though you guys don't know a lot about Smiley, Smiley's there. Smiley. Shout out to Smiley, behind the scenes worker. Messages maybe like twice, maybe 3 times a month. Smiley, you're the best. If you're listening to this, I love you. Anyway,
I love you.
No, we decided let's do something on our own. Let's come and do our own thing. We'd be able to make our own decisions because I always would have to, I wanted to do this little thing. Excuse me. The beer be kicking in sometimes. All right.
Facts.
Yeah. Anyway, I would have to ask, like the owner of the actual org of Dynamic Gaming, hey, I want to go ahead and change this, or hey, can I get this posted on Twitter? As the CEO, only decisions I was able to make was not a lot. Just saying. But finally, I talked to Juice, and Juice brought it up the idea of making our own team and making our own organization. All of us, being founders of it and funding it ourselves. But
I would say another big issue from DYG, we didn't even have access to the old Twitter. We had to make a brand new one.
Yeah,
there was just a lot of problems. We didn't have full ownership, so making the new one, I think it was a great decision so far. And
yeah. And we brought in our lucky man Vortex here. I striked out on luck, to be honest, because it was him or another guy, and I was happy that I picked him up. Fire pushed me, hey, Vortex, and I was like, all right.
Really, so, I didn't like the decision at first.
Juice never liked anything I do.
Yeah.
But I just wanted somebody to bring on and help and be, we got Juice Thunder, bro. Juice Thunder and Fire running everything at the top. You got me doing everything in the middle, bringing in teams. I needed some help, so we brought in.
Must be Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder.
Oh yeah. Are we gonna hear a Team Aster song, bro? I mean,
man.
We need you to drop it. Come on, man.
Allow it.
Legend Juice in the building, bro.
God. I mean, sure, hop on it with me then. On the beat.
If we bring in Mantis back.
Deal.
Shout out Mantis. Mantis, it's either you or Serge, one or the other.
Oh no, Serge doesn't talk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't think he's ever talked before, so I don't think he would do it.
I mean, it'd be that or Coat, but
Coat
been gone. Coat MIA, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, bring it back together.
Let's bring it back to the podcast. What are the reasons that we dropped? The main reason that we dropped Critical Ops is like, did we, we all voted on it. Did we put a reason why, or is this a professional?
Personally, I was for still having a C-Ups team. I think it would still be great. It's where we started, and don't forget where you started, where you came from. That's my theory behind it. But everybody else was kind of like, the game has been dying. It's a very toxic scene, and I'll admit, it's not the best. It's not the biggest. It's not the the best scene, but I think a lot of it had to do with toxic and an immature kind of scene.
Toxicity was the number one
Also,
reason.
every team that we picked up from DUEG, besides the NA team, like EU and SA, they would disband within a few weeks. So we don't really see a point in picking up a team that'll only be there a few months and then.
And we had an Asian team for a little while. We had an Asian team like a while ago, but we recently picked up an Asian team before we disbanded completely. That team didn't disband, but we ended up dropping that reason. And I will officially say this on the record. I know GN had posted stuff about it. There was this and that. The team was not performing to our expectations. We're not saying that they were underperforming. They were just they were not performing to the expectations that we had asked from them. And there was a few shady things going on. There were some racism allegations, and we just did not want to be involved in that. So we dropped the team for the official record because there was a lot of things that were going on in the server. People were asking. There was a lot of wild accusations being thrown at us. For the record, that's the real reason why we dropped the Asia roster.
It was also as for some of you guys know that we had a casual team as well, and I love Eco. Eco will always be a good member of Team Aster Dynamic Gaming, but it was just so hard to keep. Eco does a lot of stuff on the side for Critical Ops and other games. It was just so much, and we couldn't keep an active leader on our casual team. We tried to bring in Logi, we tried to bring in other leaders, and it was just so hard to keep active leaders on the casual team. That was another reason why it was a unanimous decision. About a 90 vote had it, but my voting was yes, I want to keep Critical Ops, but the community is just so toxic. If you go back and you go look at most of you guys know D2R Compliance, he has made multiple posts about how toxic the community is, and it's and he's right. I mean, it's just we can't. You lose one game and everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are blah 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 blah." I mean,
there's a difference between banter and toxicity. Banter's okay sometimes. Right. Toxicity, we're gonna draw a line.
Yeah, and then when you have kids, Juice, I don't know if you remember, there was a group of kids that tried to hack our server, and we lost about 500 members because they actually were able to successfully kick some members and ban them. And it's like
the COD M raids.
Yeah, exactly. COD Mobile.
Those were just
it's just not needed.
That stuff should be happening. But
yeah, I mean, right now we'd probably have 5,000 members if that didn't happen. Honestly, neither one of those raids happened. We'd probably have about 5,000 members right now. But now we have two pretty good active mobile teams that we're going to go ahead and talk about. Vortex, if you want to go ahead and take that over.
Yeah. So right now we have our PUBG roster, PUBG Mobile, I should say specifically, and we also have our Wild Rift roster. So shortly after I took my position here, I ended up starting a PUBG roster here, specifically that game because I have a lot of experience in it. I've won multiple, ESL leagues. I have whatever. That's not why you're here though. So right now our roster is looking like we started off in February with about 14 members on the roster, but I ended up as the manager, I ended up cutting people off because of inactivity reasons, or they just weren't making the cut for the team. Or we also had a lot of people leave the game entirely. Like, personally, the North America scene right now for esports is not looking too hot. The North America scene for esports has been dying over the last couple of years. And so a lot of our members also just left for personal reasons such as that. So right now we have a 5-man roster because I actually came back into the game a couple of days ago to help our team out, to kind of get one-on-one coaching with them. So our roster right now looks like myself, our team leader, the actual official team leader for our PUBG team, Soka. We have Ammo, Henry, or Lakia, and then we have our sub, whose name is Sensei. Our other roster, our Wild Rift roster, actually came from a previous team. Before I was here, I owned a team called Team Noctis, Noctis Esports, and I was running 2 teams at the same time. And so a couple weeks into being here, I ended up, sort of like merging, but we ended up moving all my teams here. So my Wild Rift roster, my COD M roster, whatever. So right now we had a few players that were either beginning, the EU servers to play, before the game even came out to North America, because as most of you guys know in the Wild Rift scene, Wild Rift was out in North America and Asia as open beta, but it was not out for North America yet. So you had a VPN to do the beta. It's still technically in beta right now. The game just launched on Monday for North America. So this being said, our team was one of the few comp teams in North America that were actually practicing together or had previous experience in beta. So our team was actually kind of, we had more, at this point in time, we have more Wild Rift experience than a lot of North America teams. And that's kind of also due to our leader. A huge shout out to C Minor. He, he used to be on my team. He's our team leader right now as well. He's our mid laner. He was on the leaderboards. The game launched and he was on the leaderboards within hours. He's on the leaderboards for his characters as well. Then we also have our Baron laner, Wally. We have our ADC or Dragon laner, Exidy. We have our jungler, Doms. We have our support, Daze. And then we also have our substitute, So, because our roster is looking pretty lit right now.
Pretty fine, like a now.
So both of the main two rosters, our COD Mobile roster, I decided to administratively put it on leave. The roster was we had a lot of inactive members, and so I decided to cut our losses and stop diverting resources to it. We are looking to possibly pick up another COD team. I'll put that out now, a COD Mobile team.
If you're interested, make sure you follow us on Twitter at _AsterGG.
So
I will say any COD looks kind of weak right now. I've seen a lot of players leaving, and a lot of the old pros just don't like it anymore.
And like I said, the North America scene for esports as a whole is not doing too hot right now.
I'm hoping Wild Rift, I heard there's some rumors going around that Valorant is going to be on mobile. Honestly, if Wild Rift is on mobile, I can
Apex
that too.
Legends
Yeah, I heard that's going to be coming out. It just needs more games, and as a player, I played Counter-Strike for fucking how many years? 8 years. So yeah, freaking when you play a game for that long, it gets kind of boring pretty fast. I can tell you that right now. So, and that's what I'm trying to. You don't want to burn out, and that's why this NA esports is just doom, because people are just burning out. And shout out to all the players that are able to do it, because that's props. You're one in a million.
Yeah,
like me.
Well, it's not even necessarily that, because if you look at the other countries and other regions around the world, they're doing perfectly fine. Look at Asia esports right now. Asia esports is the culture center right now.
Yeah, that's true, because I've seen some famous YouTubers go and stay at those Asia hotels, esports hotels, and there's pro Asian teams in there just grinding for months and months, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
But you also think about professional sports is like that too.
Yeah, well,
just
think about it this way.
Well, those players play the same thing over and over again, so
I think
the same.
It also goes down to the fact that Europe, they're doing okay as well. Asia, they're doing okay, but North America it's kind of falling apart with esports, because not to place a lot of blame right here, but there are a lot of organizations like ESL that are failing their job.
Yeah, that's true. There's just not enough.
Take example.
There's not enough tournaments. That's another thing. There's just not enough tournaments, and sponsors don't want to pay for it. So,
yeah. Well, and sponsors, because think about it this way. Take for example in Asia, the little companies will sponsor thousands and thousands of dollars to community tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Here it's so hard to find a tournament that's somebody's willing to invest time and money in, because it's not part of our culture here. Like esports in North America is. It's not a huge part of our culture as it is in
other. It used to be,
right? Right. If you go to India, PUBG Mobile is just everybody plays it. It's just India is one of the biggest countries for PUBG Mobile. But you come to the United States, and it's like most kids that play the game don't really realize how big of a deal is in other countries. It's also the fact of COVID. COVID just took a big hit on everybody, even the esports scene. You have so many tournaments that aren't able to play because of
LAN issues.
Exactly. And now everything's online. Now you have to worry about more teams cheating, the whole 9 yards. But since we're talking about tournaments, we're gonna go ahead and mention our current tournaments that we have. We do have a PUBG Mobile tournament coming up, don't we?
Yeah, so right now our crew, well, it's our clan, but everybody in the crew is from our clan. We're competing in the crew challenge. Last week, all the games we placed top 5 in. So today we are, I think it starts here in a couple hours. So we're right after this, I'm gonna get on and start practicing with them. We have our second week of games tonight, so that's going to be 5 or 6 hours long of just grinding away, and that's the whole. We have those games today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and those are
on stream.
I have no idea. I might stream it.
Let's see if we can get a stream going. That'll be good.
At
call out your at.
So I don't honestly. I think right now I would say my ad on Instagram, it's at Alux Delucio, but I doubt any of you guys know how to spell Delucio. So actually, just join our server, and we'll put it in our server news.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, if you guys do that.
All right. Now we're talking about good teams. Now let's mention our Brawlhalla team. You want to know why? Because we have. Yes, we have. It's not 100% official yet. The community doesn't know about it, but we got a pretty good team. It's in the works. We got this guy's number 30th or 29th in the world for Brawlhalla.
We have a couple other players that are all top 100 as well.
We do.
On top of that.
We got a pretty good team coming in. I'm pretty excited, pretty stoked for this. We've been talking.
What about your Valorant team?
Yeah, we have a Valorant.
We do have
a Valorant team. They played TSM. They beat TSM, Team Solo Mid. Pretty stoked about that. We got a lot of stuff in the works just coming through that we're still working on. So again, if you see the servers dead, it's not anything we can do about that because again, you got to remember this server is critical ops server. It's how we grew, and I'm hoping in the future we can bring a critical ops team back, maybe as just a casual team, as a fun team. But then again, we just got to make sure it's the toxicity that is the number one thing. We got to make sure that team is not toxic,
or even COPS content.
Yeah,
on the channel.
Even that.
If that's something people like,
let us know. DM me, at me, spam me, do whatever you got to do. Let me know. Wake my eyes up.
I would not say spam because they're going to be some kids that are going to spam
me until I say stop.
Hit me up on Twitter at Real Legend Juice,
or you can hit me up on Twitter at Aster X Fatal. Either one works.
True.
Hey, make sure you subscribe to our sponsor at legendjuice.com. The best juice you ever need. $5 a tub.
These will be a thing in the future.
Hey, man, we gotta pay. I mean, if they can do OnlyFans, you can do Legend Juice tubs. All right.
You never know.
So about future teams, I know, Fatal and we've been talking about this for a while because I'm a secondhand man. We do plan on launching PC teams fully as of June or July.
I'm aiming more for the end of June, top of July, but.
Yep. And so that's going to be huge. We're going to, probably make our Valorant roster official then, as well as our Brawlhalla team. What other games we're looking into getting into?
Warzone.
I know you and I have been talking about a
Warzone team.
Cold War,
Juice, and Mohit. That's what we're going to do right now. Juice and Mohit, top 2 NA players. We're going to do that right there now. Yeah. Well, with the new Call of Duty coming out, there's no point of getting a Cold War team. So I'm just going to wait. I want to see how this new Call of Duty going to be. I want to see because I'm not really stoked about. Are they still doing 4-mans or are they now 5-mans for top 4? Yeah, I really want them to go back to 5-mans.
4-mans.
I know, but 4-mans. I mean,
they do have they are bringing back the old development studio though for this new upcoming game. So it might go back to 5-mans.
I can see them. So we got a couple things going. I'm also looking.
Maybe CS:GO.
Yes, that's what that's who knows? That or League of Legends.
There's a lot of games.
League of Legends.
Yeah. There's a lot of games we could look into.
Yeah, Yeah,
Stay tuned.
if you as a community know any games, you have a team that you want me to take a look at, or Vortex or Juice to take a look at, just DM us. You can just let us know. I mean, I'm always willing to look. I always like looking at smaller teams and see, hey, let's bring them in. Let's see what we can do with this. Yep.
Give them a chance.
Give them a chance.
Everybody starts out somewhere.
Excuse me. Sorry. That spicy chicken wrap was starting to kick in a little bit.
Don't need details.
Everything's kicking in for you right now. So,
Goals.
Your goals. What are our goals for the future
Goals.
right now?
All right. That's good. That's good.
To be the best.
Easy.
Are we the best in the game?
Dynamic game is hopping into the
Exactly.
game.
Stop.
Team Aster is hopping into the game. Grab the bomber street.
Not peaceful me at all right now.
We need another video, Juice.
But yeah.
We demand another video.
Oh my.
We're gonna drop another video. We're gonna drop another music.
You know how many people have asked me though if I'm making another and can I make another?
Mako's
Surprisingly, a lot.
bro. He's gonna come back. We gotta shout out Mako in it.
Oh my god. Maybe. Who knows? Anyways,
I've been trying to get Mako to sing on stream for the past couple of weeks, and he just refuses it. So I'm sitting there I just keep racking up points on his stream trying to get him to do it.
But goals for short term right now, it's our number one goal is to make sure our two teams that we have are able to do what they can do the best that they can do, and make sure they have everything that they need. If they need a better coach, if they need this, if they need that. That's what we're here to do. We're here to make sure we're also my short-term
parents.
My short-term goal also I want content creators. I want more content creators. I've been trying to get active content. Why do you guys aren't active? I'm just saying. So we're gonna be working on that. I want a better visuals team. I have a big video that I'm planning right now. If you're a graphics designer, if you're a video editor, I am paying you. DM me. I need it. I have a big video that I'm trying to put out and onto the channel. So please don't hesitate to DM me. Long term, choose what do we got here? What do we got here? Long term. I mean, be the best in the game.
Absolutely. Of course, we want all of our teams to succeed and do the best of their ability, but we understand that you're not always winning. But like you said, though, if there are problems with our teams, we're gonna watch over them and see how we can fix it.
I got high hopes with our Wild Rift roster right now. That's looking really good.
Our Wild Rift roster is probably looking right now. Well, like I said before, we were one of the first teams. We were in the scene before it was even released in North America. So right now we're one of the there are teams I believe TSM and a few other teams are picking up old Vainglory rosters, but the transition from Vainglory to this is a little different. And so, as it stands right now, our North America team is looking like one of the strongest nationally.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our old players, when they were VPNing, VPNing to other countries, they were Challenger, which for you that play, League of Legends or Wild Rift, is the highest rank in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
And we do have one other big announcement before we start wrapping things up here.
Yes. Jersey giveaway. So, in order to be in the giveaway, what do you have to do? What do I do?
Hey guys, Vortex here. Don't mind the intermission break right here. The podcast app ended up crashing on my phone. Don't mind that though. Let's get back to the podcast now.
Welcome back to the show. Technical difficulties have been fixed, and we are back.
Yeah, sorry, my Wi-Fi's a little ass.
His Wi-Fi is
hashtag blame Vortex.
Blame Vortex, hashtag blame Vortex. Blame Vortex, hashtag blame
right
Vortex.
Now, everybody,
right now, everybody do it.
Out right now.
Everybody right now. I want to see it. I want to see it in the server. I want to see it on Twitter. I want to see it on everywhere. Blame Vortex. As we were talking about.
Giveaway.
Where did we? Giveaway. Yeah. So, in order to join the giveaway, what do you got to do? Dun dun dun. Kiss me. That's all you had. I'm just kidding. Cringe moment. Cringe moment. Cringe moment. Yeah, all you got to do is
you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you got to give me some love. No, all you got to do all you got to do is be active in the server. I mean, once we hit 5,000 members, giveaway is going to be started. So yeah, 5,000 members. Make sure you're following the Twitter as well. If the Twitter's not followed and we try to reach out to you through Twitter, yeah, we're gonna be technical difficulties. So
somebody else is gonna win it.
exactly. No. It's either the jersey or $40. So it's a $40 giveaway initially, but I'm gonna try to throw in some other stuff. I have some sponsor work in the background right now that I'm working on. So there might be maybe additional items. Yeah. So make sure you keep updated with the server, keep updated with our Twitch, our Twitter, everything else. So how do we end this? How do we end our first podcast?
I just chugged a beverage.
That's how we do it, right there.
Well, that's how you end a podcast. I would say make sure you guys are following all of our other socials. On Twitter, it's _AsterGG. And Instagram, it's team.AsterGG.
And if you want to follow our lovely hosts, me, myself, Juicy, Fatal himself, Fatal, and Vortex himself, Vortex. Those links will all be in the description of socials. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You know, it'll be there. They'll be there.
Yeah. So, we love y'all.
Yes.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let us know if you guys want an episode 2.
Stay
Episode
safe.
2 might be a little bit funnier. I'm going to start bringing in some...
And it won't be this serious. Well, it'll be more other stuff. It
It'll
won't be
it's probably a little bit more serious than this one. It's a little bit crazy.
Well,
I don't know about that. Let us know if you guys want an episode 2. Make sure you're on our Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Whatever we got, you better be following it. Just saying. All right, you guys have a good one. Fatal out.
Good night. Juice up.